Noviae'S music.
Up so bad.
Y'all, we're on a date.
We're on a date.
And we're never nervous. I'm so sick of Priscilla,
I'm
bro.
so excited. Allergies are killing me.
And I don't know, we didn't plan this either.
We did not. That's intuition.
You do. Let me tell you. I went, where did I go? Did you order already? Even better. Oh, yeah, because you're trying a holiday drink today.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's start top of the year so I can break some stuff down. Yes, because I have some other gifts. Oh, the camera is rolling. Okay,
Y'all say hey, Courtney.
Sis, I'm getting better with my makeup too. Thank you.
I love you too.
Love you too.
It's day. What day is it?
It's Saturday.
No, not that day. It's day 15 of Noviae'S 25 Days of Vlogmas. He just said my name.
Yeah. She's going to get the coffee. I'm not that grown yet, so I have hot chocolates. Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So Priscilla don't like sweet treats, and
More coffee.
this is a full circle moment because this is how the first video started. This is literally with something to drink. But she got, what you got?
I have a hot chocolate, regular, smuggler hot chocolate. You know what I mean?
Oh, who?
Regular, smuggler hot chocolate.
The schmeggler has to be like how y'all put the T with, how y'all replace the T with CR when y'all say strawberries. The schmeggler. Thank you. Thank you. That's what you got?
Yes.
I just gave her what she wanted. Because
Thank you.
she was supposed to try something else, but that's what she rolled with. And I got me an eggnog latte with blonde espresso and cinnamon powder.
See all those ingredients.
It's not ingredients. You get to customize.
Ingredients.
It's too hot for me.
Bing. Not to hit the table.
Bruh, I went to a Christmas party yesterday. It was a white elephant Christmas exchange. I got a Yeti cup. And then it was a white Yeti cup too. And I gave somebody like a vacuum filler car. But
portable?
Like a portable
Yes.
one. You don't have to like charge it. Well, like have it plugged up, you just charge it. And then you like basically like just, you
That's
know.
love.
Yes. And then Shanimi gave somebody a massage gun. I said, I need that for myself.
Baby, I just saw a massage little, it looked like
A hand?
yes, it was like a hand and you just place it wherever you want it to go and it just does like this the whole
That
time.
is Wednesday. So for today, we are doing a life update. And Priscilla's gonna literally full circle. Priscilla's gonna be asking me questions.
Yes, y'all, it's been 2 years since I got to be on this camera with Novi where I've been watching
She been on the camera.
Let me
Y'all
tell
remember when she had them customized pants on October 18th? And she didn't include me for Cali Party.
No, don't judge me.
She didn't include me for Cali Party.
In my defense, Callie decided to cancel her birthday trip the week of the birthday trip. So yeah, I pulled that, out of my behind, seriously. But yes, it's been a minute. There has been a lot of changes these last 2 years. I love
Literally,
it.
we both got blonde hair.
Yes.
And
I
came
didn't
literally
always-
matching.
Like, that's
We
insane.
ain't even planning. We just said we were showing up.
That's insane.
So she's gonna ask me some questions and we're gonna get into it. Mind you, make sure you comment and subscribe. And also, we got literally 8 days until it's time for the Noviae'S Christmas outfit challenge. So if you ain't got your socks, make your way to McDonald's because they got the Grinch meal and they got 4 different colors of socks.
And it's good too.
All of this is Dickle fries. That pissed me off because the UK got like a McFlurry, a green McFlurry.
Have you tried Burger King?
I don't really pay attention to SpongeBob.
Burger King has this little SpongeBob meal, I'm not gonna lie.
I know, but I'm saying it won't really hit me
That
because
Patrick.
I pay attention more so than the Grinch, not SpongeBob. The only thing I see in SpongeBob is a SpongeBob movie.
See how it is the
Oh my goodness.
You ready to
About
get
to ask
into
me
it?
questions again. I guess.
All right, so what is something big that has changed in your life recently?
Y'all, let me tell you, I was trying to rehearse these questions at work. I'm just going with the flow. I promise I am. Something that has recently changed in my life, I guess you could say, is my shift of perspective. I feel like my perspective was always, and it's still growing. I will say it's definitely still growing. Was more so like me, I feel like I have to also be considerate of others, give grace for others. And I know that might be hard to believe because everybody always thinks like I'm very considerate of others.
Yeah, I was
But
thinking the same thing.
yeah,
Keep
but no,
going.
like I like everything on my. I used to love everything on my time, everything about me, and everything just always working with how I wanted to work. I had a little flashback area of life just recently to it, but I really feel like my shift in perspective is just always like be considerate of how others would feel if they were in your shoes and vice versa. So I feel like that's been the shift,
So can I ask you a elaboration question?
I guess.
Do you feel like in any moment within the last couple of years, do you feel like you've been overly understanding with certain things? Because I do understand, like I feel like, you know, you give a lot of grace just on a regular basis. So this is a shock to me that you're even saying like you feel like you might have not have given
I feel
people
like
grace.
the overly understanding part only comes from always feeling like I need to receive something from somebody. And now I think that's why the shift has just changed because I really don't really need to receive anymore. Just going through the new like spiritual walk, just always be a cheerful giver.
Yes.
Yes, just always be a
Okay.
cheerful giver.
So moving towards like what would you say is like a big highlight of this month? Well, no, can we do last month or since December isn't over? Well, let's say last 30 days.
Last 30 days, a big highlight has really been being consistent with y'all.
Yes,
With
we love that.
Vlogmas, with posting content, going to work, being still consistent with being in my word, and just being able to just be proactive. Because you know, life has been life,
Okay.
especially with our economics of life in the US. And I feel like it's so hard to just stay on track, to make sure you're mental okay, to make sure like, you know, things are being taken care of in and outside of the house. But also too, like being able to complete my 12 weeks of having a group with church. I
Yes,
feel
I
like that
just
was
saw
so,
that.
yes, girl, I cried today. I feel like that has been a very like big highlight because it was just like the enemy was trying to convince me not to continue on, and I'm addicted to like cancellation, but I divorced cancellation,
Thank you.
which was another highlight. Because you know, when we have a calling, it's either you going to decline the call and be on D&D, or you going to receive the call with grace from God.
Yep. So moving into that, so what is one thing that you feel like as you've been self-reflecting, something that you learned about yourself lately?
Let me tell you, I've done very good with patience this year.
Yes.
And that's why the shift has changed of doing things on my time because it's not about me anymore. Like it's really about what God has said for me. But like
What he has for you
patience,
will be for you.
okay, patience. And I was just reading about that because I'm reading Psalms right now. And we be so anxious about every little thing when it don't work out for us, when we want it to work out, you know. A couple years ago, I thought I was gonna be a wifey, living in a big house, you know, raising a daggone farm with kids. Praise God, because she's enough birth control for me.
Who
But
is he?
but no, like literally sitting here and just having patience. Like I'm just so proud of the patience that I've gained with self. Now I ain't saying I'm all the way perfect because some days,
We all work in progress, I think.
child,
Yeah,
put
if
me
you
on the
feel like
phone.
you're not, who are you? You think you God?
If you think
Okay.
you're perfect, I'll tell you, Bookie Bunches.
So, we know that, well, I also know that you've been working, church, as well as, you know, doing your group and everything like that. So is that the only thing that's been taking up your time lately?
Yeah.
Or do you have any other hobbies that you've been doing outside of that?
You know, besides working out, but I do.
You have been on your Zoom. My girl been on her Zoom. On clockwork, baby. Clockwork. You wake up in the gym.
In the morning. I cannot do like evening, nighttime
That's
maybe,
discipline though.
but morning it
Because
has to be early in the
when I
morning
watch your
before I
story,
get
I be
my
like,
breakfast.
5 hours ago
I
was
have to get down.
did
I
that.
have to get. I cannot. working out with people in there already be an ick for me. And now a lot of people go to the gym in the morning. And the last gym session in the morning was very awkward because somebody I used to communicate was in there with their girlfriend. It was so awkward. But I cannot do evening gym time. It's not for me.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's something I want to do too. But yeah,
It's the discipline.
It's the discipline.
It's the discipline.
We gon' that's a goal for next year.
The discipline.
Yes, the discipline. So what is something that you feel like has been a challenge recently in life? And how have you been dealing with it, coping with it, and managing it all together?
I feel like this is too hot for me. That's why I ain't picked mine up yet. I don't like stuff too hot. I don't like I don't
hot chocolate.
I don't like
That hot chocolate.
it's still hot.
But I can drink. No, I am not. What's I doing that?
It's too hot. When my hands can't bear the touching of the cup, I can't do it.
Ingredients.
Tomatoes, customization. But no, I think a challenge has real life been keeping up and staying motivated. I feel like it's so easy, especially nowadays, trying to feel motivated, trying to stay consistent with your motivation. But I feel like also having people to pour into my cup, because I'm always the one pouring in stuff, like a very, I guess you could say, relief when you feel discouraged, when you feel like there's so many people that's, I guess you could say, trying to hate on the outside of the club and not really in to know what every day kind of looks like. So just feeling motivated has been a very big challenge, but I take just so much in from the community, from the village. It just feels like I don't have to be the chief all the time. It's so good to be an Indian and be amongst the Indians that still see me.
So I can't, before I move on to the next, I guess, topic of discussion, I do want to let you know, like I always say, give yourself grace. And I am going to pull my same little advice that Courtney has given me years ago, and I still apply this to my day. Don't let anybody use you as a trash can. And what she basically meant by that is, people that dump on you, they should also be able to, you should be able to dump back. And by dump, I mean, hey, I'm going through this. I'm dealing with this. This is a lot for me. It shouldn't always be you being the person that's hearing everyone's problems but feeling like you can't talk. And I know you feel like you can talk, but also I think being the strong person you are, it's like, I don't want to, bother, sometimes not bother people, but it's okay to bother people because, of course, we know God will, be there for you and everything like that. So here to have those people to talk and, just break that down. Because I know sometimes when it gets overwhelmed, you'll call me, but don't ever feel like that's a burden or you are a burden. I don't ever want you to ever feel like that because a lot of people I know confide in you, come to you because they value your opinion and how you can talk to them in just a realist period. So don't ever feel like you can't.
It don't be that I can't pour. It just be mainly like, I don't know. And that's what I'm saying, the patience. The patience. I gotta be considerate of others because everybody might not be off at work. Everybody got kids. Everybody do have life, and so it's just a working progress. It's okay to not always be the strong friend all the time.
And I also think as I get older with my friendships, it's like our lives are expanding more. So it's like we had all this time, this free time to really be able to like, okay, what's going on? What you doing today? Now, baby, you put that calendar out. Can I schedule a phone call with you at 12 p.m. on this day? Just to talk for like 2 minutes if we need to,
If
but
we
I'm gonna
get
be
2
real.
minutes.
Most times when we have our powwows, baby,
It's an hour long. Don't even realize we've been on the phone that long.
All right, so that brings me to my next topic of relationships. So, has your relationship status changed since the last time we spoke about this? And is there anyone new that you're excited about?
So we're going on year 3 of being single as of January 1st of 2023. I have been dating.
Okay.
But no, I am dating one person right now. I'm not gonna say is. He pissed me off so bad. He pissed me off so bad. I'm sorry. But no, I can't say like despite some of the challenges that we have been facing, I have been enjoying dating. I don't know, it feels good to have somebody that just always just want to talk to me all the time now. because I have been getting that from some of the other people I've been dating. Just always want to be in my skin, and just always, I can honestly say pour into me. That one, that for sure, just pours into me. So we're going good. We're going from fall and then we're going from fall and then we're in the winter season of dating.
Thank you. Alright, so what is something that you feel like during this dating process that you learned about yourself as it relates to relationships?
That I can be soft. I feel like I have always had to lead in other like dynamics of dating, and this time I haven't really had to do as much on like the dating side. I feel like there are sometimes I feel like everybody can be very intimidated by me, so it's just like how do I say this to her, how do I do that? But I also feel like it also has been a way for me to step back and like real life receive like what somebody has to offer instead of feeling like I always gotta be like, this is what you need to do, this is what time I need to be done. Like I don't feel hands on this time. I don't feel hands on, even though you pissed me off yesterday.
So would you say like, with you saying you don't feel like you have to be, because like I said, I've been around and I do know that I feel like some of your relationships, many of them may have felt like you were intimidated or too strong of a
Told y'all.
strong of a woman to where you felt like you were extending more. So do you feel like your type has changed, or has that
Let me
factor?
let me say something. I feel like I'm trying to understand what God is giving me, and it's no reason to like question God because I don't know what it is, y'all. But the younger men is like what has been grasping my approaching me more is what I'm gonna say. I feel like I was used to in the past older and maybe like around the same area age of mine, but it's just I don't know, the younger like the YNs is taking over for the 99 and 2000s, and it's not that it's awkward or different, but it's just like, how is it that somebody younger is able to ask me out on a date versus somebody older doesn't even know how to ask for my number, or just like so I don't necessarily say right now that I have a type. I will say back then I was more the light skin, on that type of side of town. I'm on the chocolate side of town. I don't know, that is a little different. The type has changed. Physically, it has changed. And also, mentally and emotionally, the type has changed as well too, because I don't feel like my expectations now, like, I want somebody that chases God the way I chase God. Great hygiene. Not saying that I wasn't chasing other people with great hygiene. It's just that when you accept things in the past, you kind of reflect on it, and now we in the present. Hygiene.
Yuck. Sorry.
Hygiene. A stable, what you call that thing? Active driver's license. Respect for women, and believes in monogamy and loyalty. We ain't taking no L's. Okay.
Alright, so what would you say is like a green flag that you started noticing or paying attention to while on your dating journey?
I would say a green flag, especially now, is somebody actually like living up to what they say. So if you're not coming back, sometimes with the understanding, like being intentional, and it's also reassuring at the same time.
Yes.
Because if you come from having a papa like mine, and I'm gonna come and get you and don't show up, it's like that becomes your norm. So then when you get somebody that's okay, I'm coming, I'm doing this, we can still make sure, and it's reassurance even after you felt like you don't waited too long or did something. And I feel like that's also what's helping with patience as well too. So it's just the intentionality of reassurance.
You know what's crazy? I was thinking about that word, but I was like,
what?
I was gonna say intentionality. I was like, that word. That's the word I was gonna say that. I was thinking it, but she said it. I'm telling y'all, take a sip.
It's hot. It's still hot.
That's crazy how you read my mind. I was really in my head like, that's the word. We love that character. So, we have the green. What about red? Like, what are red flags you may have noticed or tried to avoid since being like a dating girl?
Let me tell y'all, before I used to be okay with nobody not talking to me like for days.
This is interesting.
I used to be okay, but let me explain it first. The reason why I didn't want to get used to speaking to somebody every day is because that's when you become attached. Because now we're talking every day, and now my expectation is we need to be doing something else, like going out and doing stuff. And the way to block that is not to talk to somebody every day. But now, being able to, while dating the person now, talking to them every day, hanging out, and like going and actually doing stuff, it actually has made me realize like before I was accepting red flags. Because now in my head, it was like, dang, well, if you wasn't talking to me every day, then who was you talking to? What was you doing? And if I text you and you didn't text back and I was okay with that because we didn't have to talk every day, what were you doing? But yeah, every day. I like that. Now with the new update, you can see your call history from the very first time that you spoke to me.
Yes.
Um,
I absolutely do. Because do you feel like that was probably like a defense mechanism for you too? Like, okay, I won't fall because I'm not talking to him every day. If I want to detach, I can detach when I feel like it because we're not talking on a regular basis. I knew that. I knew that. Alright, so any new plot twist lately?
You wanna know what's so crazy? The plot twist came double on a Sunday, on November 30th to be exact. Yes, the first plot twist is I got unfollowed because somebody that used to ignore me finally understood what it was time to be like to be ignored. After they told me that I could not leave them alone, they unfollow me off Instagram. And let me tell y'all something. When y'all unfollow people, please make sure they're not following y'all as well because it never gets fair for anybody. Okay? That was the first thing. Right after I realized that they unfollowed me, this is another because it is a circus around here. A full circle moment because last year for Vlogmas, when I did my pink curl video, I did put y'all on to the cat man. The cat man. We come that didn't live here, that came down here for Thanksgiving last year. We in church and I'm walking with one of my homegirls. My head goes like this, and I see him at the church. I see him at the church, y'all. It's been a whole year on the exact day. Seeing him at the church. I'm looking at him looking like this, because you know my church is big. Why does he come and find me to tell me I'm so sorry things didn't work out? I had to pause. Hello, I'm not from down south. How are you doing? Where's the hospitality? I mean, I was gonna get into that, but I just wanted to let you know that I'm sorry it wasn't working out. Thank you. What Shiny said to Brandy on the Basketball Wives, thank you for your services. He tried to explain himself. I'm like, Everybody's walking up to me like, that looks so cringe and awkward, because it was at church.
Yeah.
You came to church to tell me that
the pop up at church.
To tell me that you're sorry things didn't work out between us and that you weren't ready for a relationship, and then you reach for a hug. Thank you for your services. I so promise you.
Well, we want you to be blessed.
We do. We want everybody to be blessed. But you know, the question that's been asked several times is, what do you be doing to these people?
Yeah, what do you do?
I don't know. That man didn't touch me.
What's that sprinkle? That sprinkle emoji?
He did say though, you have a great spirit as a woman, and like God is gonna really bless your husband one of these days. But yeah, I guess he blessed you to come and tell me that.
Thank you. So, what would you say is a mistake that probably turned into a lesson?
A mistake is always requiring closure. But my lesson in that was to just take accountability in that closure, which I did. Like, I really did. Like, the person that unfollowed me. Like, when they were like, you'll never be able to leave me alone. Like, me expressing myself, they were like, I'm laughing at you right now. I said, you're absolutely right. Everything is my fault. And I'm so sorry that, everything was my problem. So I literally feel like requiring closure sometimes, conversations, especially when they're multiple closure conversations, like you're trying to leave somebody alone. But it's also because I feel like closure conversations are so important. Like friends, family, I'd rather us depart with a conversation instead of sitting here and being on this thing of like, oh, you know, we just walk away from each other. Because that way I told you to leave me alone, and there's no reason that you are continuously like, you know. But it's just a lesson now, because everybody don't deserve those. You just pray for them.
I was just gonna say that closure can be tough sometimes.
It can.
Like, because it's an aspect of self-reflection. Like, okay, what did I do in this situation? How did it get this far? What could I have done? And also, it's like, even if you are a victim of somebody, you know, playing on your emotions, it's like, dang, how did I get this far? And I really want this apology, but I really don't want to talk to you at the same time either, because I feel like you don't deserve to talk to me right now. But you know, it's. I feel like that's one of those things where. And I do feel like some closures can be prolonged, like because of the seriousness of certain situations. It's like, hey, no, this conversation might be good to time down, but right now this might not be good. So it varies, and I feel like it depends on people.
Yeah, and how accepting they
And
are,
how
yeah,
accepting
and
of it
receiving
too, yes.
of the closure. Because if it's not on their time, they might try to prolong it even more.
Yes. So, what is something small, unexpectedly, that has happened or changed in your week?
My phone was left home on Thursday. Let's just say my phone was left home, and it's crazy because my phone is usually not necessarily contacted on certain days. But what was so crazy was I left my phone home, and it just felt like all hell broke loose. Like blowing up at the phone.
So wait,
YouTube wasn't.
Did you go back and get the phone? Or you just said
I went home. I felt like it was a day that God said I didn't rest from my phone, because I'm always on my phone. But like when I tell y'all, phone was blowing up, messages was missed, people needed things, YouTube wasn't working properly. I sprained my back at work that day. I broke, y'all don't see the unproportion now with my nails, but my nail broke at dance practice. I had to go through nail surgery yesterday. Like, it was so small, but it had such big impact on the whole entire day that prolonged into yesterday.
Yeah, no, I'll listen. And I do feel like I might need to break my phone too, but baby, what?
Everybody needs a break from their phone.
What?
For real, y'all need a break.
I gotta start throwing it away. I need another break.
Thursdays are my break days.
What do you mean by break days? Like, you set aside time?
A day.
So,
No, honestly, I used to have rest weeks.
Where you just don't touch your
Like,
phone?
not only touch my phone, but go do content, do everything. I may scroll here and there, but I give myself a time limit. So like now when I decompress, when I go home, I sit in silent in the dark. Like just so I can have a full on, I don't need too much anything going on at one time. But I used to have rest weeks where I didn't do nothing at the work. I didn't like schedule nothing. Go to work and come home.
Alright, so what is a moment that you wish you caught on camera?
Me spraining my back at work because I really wanted to know why that binder did that to me that day. Let me tell y'all, when you're an ongoing person like this, the smallest thing can make you be like, what's happening? And I wanted to see how I picked the binder up at work that made my back go like this. I got when I broke my nail on camera because you wanna know what's crazy? It was the last run through. And I was going ham the entire practice, full out in practice. But the final run through, and it was on camera. This was the first footage. And I watched the video and I see when my nail did like this. It was broken half, like my actual nail was broken half. Blood was everywhere.
Hold on, pause. Isn't this your real nail length?
Yeah, it ain't this no more. So my fractional nail broke in half and the blood was just coming down. And I couldn't keep dancing because I felt when it dripped. Yeah. And I was like, I didn't want my blood because it don't have sweat dancing all.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
2 out of 10.
Mind you, I broke my nail on this nail on Sunday. Saturday, the day before, was when I got these done.
That is crazy.
Yes.
I would probably freaking out. So let's go. Wow. Deep. Look at my face. Good. Alright, so what is a belief that you feel like you used to have but you no longer have? Or no longer agree with?
I no longer agree, and this is gonna be a transparent moment. And I'm not judging anybody else, but that is okay to be second in someone else's life when they have like their own like significant other or anything like that. I used to feel so okay with being the, you know, whenever you ready to call, whenever you do anything of that. But not only the spiritual aspect because it's wrong, but just more so of knowing my value and my worth as what I have to the table that I come with, that I am, and just not second guessing myself. Because when you place yourself in the second place in your life, that's where you're always going to be. And nobody shouldn't be doing that. If you don't want to happen to yourself, do not do to others.
Oh my God, I might cry. Stop. No, seriously, because I literally, you know how I am about my friends. Like, I be ready to just, I'm probably the smallest one, probably the youngest one, not just whatever we doing. I don't play like them. I don't like nobody playing with me. But I also, like you said, when it comes to bringing the table, like, because you also bring a table, a man bring the table too. We can put these tables together and put something together, but you will not bring a chair. You're not bringing a chair. Because if I am already, I consider you like an alpha woman. If you're an alpha woman, what is it going to be as far as like an alpha man? You have to have it, and like you said, you've been able to be softer and everything like that. So that shows that there has been some type of shift change to where it's like, okay, you know what? I'm taking that. I'm also dwelling into my feminine side. And I do feel like sometimes it can be like a defense mechanism. We feel like we have to be so strong and this and that and that.
Especially when we're independent.
Yes, but also realizing, hey, no, yes, I might have all of this, but you gonna bring something else to the table.
So bring something.
You're bringing something. You're bringing something. So I love that for you. What is one lesson that life keeps trying to teach you?
That it's okay to ask for help. I'm over here when I send the text message out about the questions. I'm like, I just want to see what everybody's gonna say. I was like, let me make it seem like I'm in a drastic need. Like, let me tell you a big favor. But it was so hard, like asking everybody what they think. And I told my sister this morning, I said, honestly, I want to send those questions to everybody just so I can have as well too in my life. Because that's what Keita said. Keita was like, yeah, make sure you send me the answers so I can put it in my notes. And I was like, you really just put that in your contact thing where it's like a little box for notes and just have everything. But asking for help is really something I'm lessening, trying to get with it.
Do you feel like it's because you've been let down, or it's more so like
it's just I had to learn life from a young age, and not really having parents that work so hard. It just ruined to me that I had to work so hard to do everything for myself.
So it's like you always having to be strong. So it's like help. All right. So what is a recent moment that you feel like has possibly shifted your perspective? Just something overall.
I feel like it's good to address everything right then and there. I know sometimes a lot of us be kind of needing like time to like settle down and like really get, you know, process and respond. And it's okay if you don't, but real life address everything when it happens, because the longer you wait, the more momentum and energy is building up inside of you, that when you get to a breaking point, it's going to release, and it might not release in a healthy way. It might not release in a healthy way when you address it the first time, but it's better to address it right then and there instead of waiting a good while after.
I definitely agree. What's the area in your life that you feel like you're trying to improve right now?
I'm trying not to idolize work. And it's not that I put work before God, but I just wanted to use the word because we've been using that word a lot in life. So, you know, a lot of times you don't realize when you're idolizing something. I feel like life has just always been work. And at a point, I'd rather be at work. Well, at some point, it's like I always just want to be at work making money and not realizing that I still need to function for work. I still need to show up for work. When I'm at work, I don't need to be like, I'm always angry all the time. But that's another thing too. A lot of times I don't want to speak negatively over my things, like where I'm at. At work, I used to be like, I'm in penitentiary, cell block 8. I be telling myself now I'm on a yacht in Italy. Just because when you speak positive life into your
That energy.
circumstances,
Yep.
that's how you're gonna always feel when you show up. I'm literally in cell block 8. I'm literally struck back, you know. So I don't want to idolize work anymore because I feel like most times like I gotta get my job done, but it's also like no, I just rather be here because I'm closed off from the outside world.
I was gonna say, I'm not gonna lie. Since you graduated, baby, you've been in work mode, like
Yeah, that's what happens when you
non-stop.
provide for
Like,
yourself, like
yeah.
you know. And it's crazy because back then I used to feel like I couldn't function. Like I was able to function working 12 hours, only getting sleep for 3, you know, and yeah, 7
Having to
days
do
straight
OT and
OT and
come
still going to the
in,
club
random days.
and putting it down. You
Yeah.
know.
All right, so let's move towards this spiritual journey that we have all been witnessing firsthand. So have you had any shifts in your spiritual perspective recently?
um, Recently, I can honestly say that I have felt we've been talking about this because when we dance, there's a lot of times that we digest a lot from what we're actually being called to do. It's not just about dance; it's about doing things upon the Lord. And one of the days we were talking about what stood out to the song that we're dancing to, and I've really the shift is how much intimate time I've been spending with God. Like, granted, yes, I can read my word, I can show up to church, but when I'm saying like praying to Him and real life talking to Him, like praying that His load isn't too heavy. Like I really talk that He is my best friend, but I really talk to Him like I'm real life talking to y'all. Like I now in a way, it's just like my intimate time of knowing that He has love and space for me. It's just shifted me completely because it don't matter what nobody think to me. As long as me and God locked in, that's cool for y'all. That's cute. But it's just the intimacy time that I've just been making and more so just our covenant together has just been so sacred. And I love it. I just love it.
And do you feel like you've connected with any new people or groups at church?
Yes, y'all. Let me tell y'all. So I've been being pounded on every day because we do city groups at my church for like semester types, so fall and spring, and they're like, "Well, do we need to stop? Like, do we really need to stop? Are we bringing it back next year? Like, it's the impact that I have, like more so on not only the city group but the people I come across at church. They tell us to always, walk up to somebody that you don't know, and that goes to last Sunday when you were like, "What is your why?" And my why is always to make other people smile. I just love walking up to people, "Hey, how y'all doing?" or whatever. You feel me? It's nice to meet you. Like just coming, I really feel like I just love coming and cross with different people. And I love when people from work be coming to church. They be making me happy because they be hearing me talk about stuff and they be like,
I'm not gonna lie, I saw a couple of videos of your city group and I ended up seeing two familiar faces. One was from my actual class. I was like, okay. And then Fifi from high school, Felicia.
no, who the first one?
Tatiana. Yes, we take class together. Yes. Me and Felicia were drum major together. Yes.
Yeah, Folly was messy the other day.
Oh Lord.
She know when she was messy. She gonna text me and talking about some, I ain't know you knew Cassie.
Ah, no, she didn't.
She
Oh,
did.
go to class.
She did.
Sip the cocoa, Fifi.
That 1911. She messy. And then you gonna text me back, yeah, I don't know Lord Cassie.
Man, go. I'm weak.
Messy.
Okay, so have you had or heard a recent sermon that has really stuck with you?
Oh my gosh, y'all. So, if you're a note taker at church, you're a history maker. Okay? So, the last sermon that really had me was They Didn't Bury You, God Just Sent You. And my pastor really sometimes we feel like when we're placed in like crazy situations or somebody has an up on us in a situation, like he used the example of being at work and he was working harder than everybody and everybody else was getting promotions, getting all this other stuff. His main thing was you either learn from the situation or you earn from the situation. And every time you don't have to earn monetarily, like you know what I mean? But to learn the skills to be able to use at another place of work or anything like that, and to even know that like God placed you in these places to real life get through. He not gonna place you in no place to make you suffer. Let me tell you, I took so many notes. A lot of times too would be seasons that people really can't afford you because your worth, girl, your worth at that time can really mean beyond capacity of what you honestly didn't even know you had. And he also made clear too, you have the ability to control the script that is basically, written out for you. Now God is the author. He writes, he does everything. But because we be so anxious, I'm telling you, I'm bringing out that Psalms 13 because that's where I've been at lately. You have to have your faith. Your faith has to be so high that no matter what, because you see other people having stuff and you're comparing, like, oh, that's basically saying that you have a right to be jealous and God is not capable of exceeding your expectations. So yeah, that sermon, it ain't up. The whole service did. But that sermon, it just, when you need confirmation, it just certifies everything. Like, and it was the same day that situation happened. So I wasn't being buried. I was just planted to realize, like, it wasn't me. It's really never me. But it wasn't me.
Thank you. So what is your, and this next question, I feel like it's a big thing that's been going around via social media. But what's your perspective on the D9 perspective when it comes to worshiping other guys?
So let me tell y'all, I don't idolize Alpha. I don't idolize Tall Beta Sigma. And I for sure don't idolize Crimson Corps Incorporated. I really don't idolize none of my organizations. I just feel like everybody's different perspective is completely different. Now, I'll use my pastor as an example because he was a noob or what have you. I feel like we have to respect everyone's callings because that's their direct calling from God. Like, you weren't there to have the conversation with him. You weren't there to see him. But it's also too, like, for the other people that kind of bash because in a sense it's like a lot of people I can say they have the calling and then they'll say, please look into the things that you feel like your discernment is leading you, that you're convicted by. You cannot sit here and bash someone because they're not seeing what you're seeing. Just because you and God have a conversation, that doesn't mean that me and God have that same exact conversation. And I feel like that has also been like a big thing as well too, because I don't worship like that. I don't say I'm gonna die by the hands of the, I don't do none of that. So it's just like certain things for me is more so like if I'm not discerning it, I'm not gonna sit here and say I have any intake on it or input on it because it's not my direct calling. But what I also want to say too, for the people that have came in those paths of different things, it's also good to make solutions and suggestions to the things that you feel like you have came in contact with. So I have not heard anybody say well, I did reach out or I did go to different conferences and said, hey, this was, because the ritual thing kind of does have me like this, is because one thing I do as soon as I hear somebody say anything with denouncing, worshiping, idolizing, I go and look the word up. Because if I don't know the definition, how can I sit over here and say it's happening to me?
Yep.
So I haven't heard like really people making suggestions on like, hey, I went to this conference and I made a motion, because we're going to use terms of what it, made a motion of having something updated. Or, if you feel like a ritual isn't the right way to do things, how do people get sworn in at convocations? Or how do people, when it's what's the thing, inauguration, and the president says I take, like so many different ways to create solutions that way that we can make, more communified impact, because our organizations wasn't really made to worship. They were made because we couldn't sit in the same room, or it was an option of you couldn't join because of, you feel me? So it's just different ways to look at aspects, and all our thought processes are completely different. But I still love everybody the same way.
I do agree with you as far as when it's like that thin line, because like I said, I've witnessed a lot via social media, and to be honest, I have conversations with my friends about these topics, but I kind of more so sit back and observe, because I can say I notice a lot of people that either decided to denounce, either they're possibly someone that felt like, okay, well, when I join this organization, I'm going to be this person, like, and they make their entire life around an organization as if they no longer have any type of self-identity at all. And then I also see people who have, decided to denounce, and it's like a big judge. But so it's like, okay, y'all want to judge everybody that's deny organizations, but also you're making a laughing stock of other people about other sensitive, like topics. So it's like,
Or you're still in a way like sinning in other ways.
And no sin is bigger than the other.
Literally. And in all reality, I can't judge nobody for anything they do, and I'm drinking at Starbucks with a siren as the logo. I can't judge anybody, and I know a lot of us eat seafood boils. Overindulge.
Like, it's
and you will be so surprised because with my city group we did a day. I split those that are baptized and those that are not baptized, and in the middle it's like if you do this, it's like a sin, and it's a sin to be hard on yourself. It's a sin to mock other people. Like a lot of things that we don't know or consider sin is sin. So it's just like. In Acts, it talks about, still loving on people and looking at them as because God made all of us clean. So that's just how I look at it. Like, because God created us, we're all like, and we're all forgiving as well too.
And everybody has their own journey with God too. So no one can dictate, oh, your journey is this, your journey is that. Like, no. Like, but a lot of people that may have met me in college probably would have never known. I grew up consistently going to church. Like my parents were the pastor, the right hand man.
I went to Catholic school.
So much stuff. So
some
it's like
skirts and them plaid.
Like people don't understand. And it's like you never know what somebody's journey is. And instead of pushing people away from the church, try to do things that draw them more to the church. If that makes sense. Right then. All right. So, what is a spiritual goal that you're praying over right now?
To get back more discipline with fasting. Yeah, I love.
Why are you fasting? Like as far as like what was your time frame or what?
It was always for a month.
Okay.
So that's what actually got me to not drinking alcohol, because alcohol was actually for the month of August last year, and I had my last drink in July 7th to be exact, and I haven't drunk alcohol since. A Canada all the time, okay? I just feel like I've just been all over the place, dealing with grief, dealing with just so much that I completely forgot about fasting. So I'm ready to bring that back. And we do 21 days of fasting at church every January. My baby Cassie is every month. And I feel like with fasting, it also pushes me to seek him out even more than what I seek him now. Worship music, reading my word, sharing the gospel with others, showing, and fasting also got me more disciplined with working out. Because if I'm fasting, my goal is.
Have you been doing that? Because I'm not gonna lie, you've been doing like a fasting for a little minute, like when you take something from
2023.
Yeah.
Before I even started going to church. Yeah. So 2023. Yeah, 2023. For sure. Yeah, we're on the praying limb for these next couple of questions. That's all I'm gonna say.
So moving forward, let's get into just talking about your content. So how do you feel where you're at on your content creation?
I have progressed. See, like last year, I wasn't at like this part. Like being consistent, feeling joyful. I feel like I've been having more fun and not looking at it as I need type vibes. I ain't gonna hold you, I really don't want to get famous. I feel like too much comes with fame. Like if my content grows, it grows, but I'm good with the right here, right now type of deal. But yeah, I have fallen more in love with doing content now than I did before.
Yeah, you need to teach some of the little tweaks. She have all the little videos, the little turn, edit. Wow, you got the video, the OOTD. Everything just give what it's supposed to give. I'm just...
The season of giving out the gems is on the way. Y'all heard it here first.
Thank you. So what is some advice that you can give others who want to start their content creation journey?
Make sure it's something that you love and it's not because somebody else is doing it. So you can get inspired and influenced by what other people are doing, but make sure that you're also loving what you're being inspired by and influenced of.
And what's one thing that you feel like you can change or would change since you started your creation journey?
Something that I would change, something I wouldn't change is doing more research. I feel like I don't be really like engaged unless it's like people that I real life want to watch all the time. Like I love watching Rensies. I love watching Morgan. I like watching dance content, and I feel like Rensies is the only vlog content I really watch. So I have to venture out more into watching other YouTubers and actually feeling more motivated by different things and influenced by what they kind of do. See how their journeys were completely like growing to what it has gotten to. I feel like instead of boxing myself somewhere, it's time for me to real life venture out. Because I'm a person that likes to be used to things. So we can go to a restaurant and I'm probably gonna always order the same thing or always go to the same restaurant. That's one of my goals, to work on different. So I need to have the same mindset for content as well too.
So I want to extend the question there. Would you ever be open for like, I guess, like a content type of
I think we did something. Just exit again.
Yes. So, would you ever be open to going to like some type of content creating expo to like expose yourself or get your own?
You wanna know what's crazy? I just don't be know how to find like those things. It don't be that I don't want to go. It's just like the resources have gotten real stricter. It's like you gotta know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. So it really just be sort of the networking for me to get locked in, and then I could go.
Okay.
Ain't nothing open invite no more. You really gotta have you gotta
wristband. What is your favorite type of videos to make?
So my favorite type of videos to make right now is honestly my get ready with me with my outfits, because I like do everything. Like I remove the backgrounds, I piece everything together. So for me, it just be more so now, like how I've learned how to maneuver everything. It's just become so fun. And I like just switching out my outfits. Like this outfit was literally put together as I was getting out of the bed. And it wasn't even playing, I told y'all. We came looking alike. It wasn't even playing.
Baggy pants, baggy pants.
Brown, and this is my favorite color.
Thank you.
I
said that.
What you slapped me for? I didn't say you didn't.
You asked me something recently. I got some questions from you recently. What was it for? I'm pinching you.
My video that just came about. So that means you ain't watching because you don't know what your score is.
No, you didn't. I didn't check my score. I am behind. It's my grandma. All right. What? I just finished finals this week. Okay, I'm just trying to read.
My girl is about to be a graduate.
Thank you.
The last one of the class. The last melon.
So, what would you tell 2023 cast?
Yeah, I did not have to buy all these gadgets and gadgets. I don't even use my Sony, whichever Canon camera I have.
I just realized, where is that camera at?
That's a great question. All of the gadgets and gadgets, I paid for a wide lens frame. I paid for so much stuff. Now the Osmo camera, digital like pocket thing, even though it's like $800, I wish I had that right now. But the phone is doing a good justice. But it's just like spending so much money. And that's why I said research is so important, because everything you can do on your phone. Them pictures I be taking on my phone.
But in our defense, regular people, she knows all the gadgets and gadgets when it comes to these iPhones. I don't know how to do that. She's still yelling about me wiping my camera off.
Oh, everybody needs to learn how to wipe their. Everybody needs how to wipe their camera. Know how to change their camera settings. Know when to turn stuff. It's okay. The gym season, dropping gym season is on the way. So you better tune in, because if you miss out, that's on you. But I really did not have to spend all this money. Like I've invested
I'm about to say
over 2 bands and like equipment that just sits and doesn't get touched.
Marketplace.
It ain't my fault.
Marketplace. Thank you. I love this. So that is it for me.
That is the conclusion of day 15 of Noviae'S 25 Days of Vlogmas. This was such a cute day. We need it. We haven't had dates in a long time.
You gonna show me this? Hold on.
You showed them already.
No, I don't think so. Zoom in.
This was from the perfume making class.
Thank you.
And they need to give me the ingredients so I can sell this on the shelf for real.
I'm gonna get one of them.
You better get you one of these. I told y'all, Columbia, Main Street. Copper Cane is Spanco. But no, make sure, I told y'all we got 8 days to the Noviae'S Christmas Outfit Challenge. If y'all need Christmas socks, the Grinch meal at McDonald's is available.
And Dollar Tree too.
You know they gave us socks and our little giveaway gifts at the Christmas party last night. So I got options.
Baby, you stacked up.
You know I love socks.
Socks on socks on socks.
But thank you so much for another day with Scilla and Cassie B.
Yes.
I don't know who else done. First of all,
You can only mean one thing.
not you singing.
Yeah.
That man.
We sing. I got some things I need to say. Devil, you can't win. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
So this is what Scilla J got on. And you see we got the come get out the street. Car.
I control the traffic.
That release him is what that's
Don't cheese at me.
you see the outfit? Yeah.
Give me the fuck.
Y'all look how big this reindeer is. This a nice house too. They might know something. Scared of them? I know that's right.